Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Rolle. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Rolle.
I apologize already. There we go. Brothers and sisters. Good morning. Bless you. Bless you. Happy March 3rd. This is the Dr. Reverend Jelly Rolle, PhD, DDS, ADHD, FDIC, MCMIL. Nope, MCLIX. MCMLIX. Thank you for correcting me. I'm glad you were there to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it. Thank you so much for being here. It's a crazy day. Very crazy day. I'm just finding out 4 seconds before we went on air that my staff isn't here. They may have let me know before, but to be honest, if it was one of those message formats I don't check, I didn't see it, so I apologize. That's on me, not on them. And if they overslept, that's on them. That's not on me. But that's beside the point. I want to get right down to some brass tacks. Speaking of brass tacks, these shirts are available at minddogtv.com. You can get yourself a really, really pretty shirt like this. It's in full color. You get to see all my glory and the glory of my companion here, my little lion, that you can also see right there in the back. Or you can, let me get you a good look at this shirt. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the quality on that. See there? The Church of Last Resort. Now, you won't get these cat hairs. These cat hairs are from Tootsie. You won't get those cat hairs. You have to provide your own cat hairs because you can't have my Tootsie. No. She's my Tootsie. She's getting up there in age, though, but you can't have her. Maybe if she gets so old, she starts shitting on the yard, shitting on the sofa, then maybe we would talk. But right now, you can't have her. So, there. So, if you get a chance, order those. Or anything else from the minddogtv.com catalog. So let us begin, as we do always on Sundays, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah. See, I don't have my choir today. I don't know what happened. Technically, okay, I'm not going to lie to you. When I do this from the preview of my office, and I really don't have a choir, and I don't have people in the pulpit physically. I'm doing this from my office. It started during COVID, and we just didn't change much after that. And so we actually have a button that we push, and that button says, fuck yeah, y'all. See, and it's actually just a recording. Now, I don't have access to all. I have access to that recording, but I did not know that I was going to need access to it. And the button's all the way over there, not all the way over here. So that's the problem I'm having with the fuck yayas. So maybe I can fix it later. I don't know. It's not that important, okay? What's important is if I say fuck yeah, you say fuck yeah, not that our staff people push the button that says fuck yeah, because it's just a button. It's not the spirit. You are the spirit. You're the ones who keep me fuck yeah. I think that's how that goes. And so I want to welcome my my, 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 my brother man and my brother Ian. They're out there listening, and bless you, bless you, bless you. It is for people like you that people like me do things for people like you. That's it. Yeah. Now I got that out of the way. Let's have let us pray. Put your head down. Well, no, don't do that, because then you won't be watching. You can watch. Can you like put your head down like this and watch with your eyes up like that? Like that? Can you do that? Like yeah, like that. Okay, that's good. There you go. Assume the position. We'll call that the position. That is our prayer position. And so when I say assume the position, you know what to do. Is tilt the head down, but look the eyes up a little bit so you can see the monitor or your phone. Or if you have a phone, you could do this. You could tilt it all the way down and still look like you're praying, just like in real church. You know, like, God damn, I can't believe they fucked up that play. Oh, come on, Lord Jesus, like that. And the people think, they say, oh, he's so full of the Spirit. It's like, no, that receiver's so full of the dropsies. That's what that is. So do it like a church. Yeah, you do like that, like in real church. Or if you're at home and you're looking at your monitor, you tilt your head down, put your eyes up so you can see the monitor. Okay, assume the position. And let us pray. Lord of life lessons, lead us into your light so that we can see what's coming. There are a lot of people who are wearing the blinders and have selective sight, and have being selective sight have selected blindness, if you see what I'm saying. Was that hear what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Then maybe that's American Sign Language. Okay, see what I'm hearing. That's Can I get a little clarity? Yeah, Lord have mercy. Was that Clariton? I think Clariton is the past tense of clarity. Yeah, that's it. Can I get some Clariton? And Lord, speaking of past tense, please bless our sister Jean, who we laid to rest on Friday. She was a beautiful person, a great mother. She gave birth to two of my four closest friends. The other two had different mothers. I'm saying four, but every time I talk to my other friends, I tell them that I have I have 7 other people who think they're my 4 closest friends. I have 11 friends who think they're my 4 closest friends, but 3 of my 4 closest friends were at the funeral on Friday. That's just between me and you, because the other ones aren't watching. That's why they're not 4 of my closest friends. So she was a great mother, a great grandmother. I mean great like the adjective describing the quality of her grandmothering, and not the noun, although she was also a great grandmother. She was also a great grandmother. She was great at that also, making her a great great grandmother. And but those kids don't have kids yet, so she's describing her greatness, not that she is a great 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 grandmother. She's not that. There aren't that many generations there, but she was great at it. Is what can I get a great beyond? Y'all have mercy. This is full of typos because I did this in a rush. But I'm going to clean up the typos as I go along because I'm a professional. You don't need to hear how I screw things up. Dear master of many mansions, can you talk to our Speaker of the House? Mike Johnson is trying to run the people's house by divine intervention, passing the hat around to fund the government 1 week at a time, like it's a house of worship as opposed to the House of Representatives. Can I get an intervention for that man? And God of goodness, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at the Church of Last Resort. And today, that's me. That's me today. Usually there's a bunch of people in the works controlling the lights and the sound and the buttons that says the amens and things like that. But not today. Today it's just me. But we're on a good roll because the last time this happened, somebody didn't hit the go live button and they did the whole show to a dresser and some Reese's peanut butter cups and some Hershey's nuggets. That was all that was watching that show that day. Damn it. But today, thank you, Lord, hit the live button. I hit it twice like I'm supposed to. Didn't know you couldn't just hit it once. That I learned. Last time I hit it once, turns out you got to hit it twice. I learned a lot since then. I'm almost a grown up. Damn, almost can do this. So, bless my behind the scenes staff. Bless my black behind today because I've been needed. So bless the behind the scenes staff and bless me and let the things just flow out there and let the people feel the spirit. Let the people enjoy your love and your laughter, and may the goodness, your goodness, not my goodness, get through to the people. Let them feel your love. That absolutely. And finally, see this, people? Some of you think of this as the cup being half empty, and some think the cup is half full, and some think the cup is just upside down. See? But this cup is, well, not this cup. These cups are available for sale also. Just like that shirt, these cups here, they're available for sale at theminddogtv.com. I cannot stress this enough because every dollar that you spend on one of these cups goes toward you owning one of these cups. That's right. Every dollar. We do not skimp. We do not cheat. Some people take the money and they put it in their pocket. We don't do that. I don't have pockets. Matter of fact, I'm not even wearing pants because you don't need to see down there. So I can't pocket your money. Every dollar that you spend on minddogtv.com gear goes to sending you minddogtv.com gear. Lord have mercy. Because there's no bump in there, I'm all bumping here. I'm all bump. So bless you, Lord. This one's for you and for Sister Jean. Now, to be honest, Sister Jean was a wine lady, and this is not wine. I don't touch that stuff. I guess I should, but this is bourbon, the good stuff, the top shelf. I don't skimp, but I don't use your money. The money that you send for like cups and T-shirts does not go toward my bumping. I supply the money for my bumping. It comes out of my pockets when I'm wearing pants. That's total. I just didn't want you to think that you're contributing to my bumping. That's not on you. That's you. You have got better things to do with your money. All right. So I want to end this prayer in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah. There we go. See, didn't even need the button. There you go. So, brothers and sisters, and I don't need this anymore. See, these are just the opening prayers. See, I've already opened, and I don't need them anymore. So let's put this someplace safe, right here. Hold on. There we go. let you people in on a little secret. Now, I hate counting my chickens before they hatch. So this is not me counting chickens or hatching them even. As a matter of fact, what I do, because of my superstitious nature, because I know how fucked up things have been in my life, I don't count anything until after it's happened. If someone said to me, Reverend, uh, you're heading to the store, I don't even assume I'm going to make it to the store. I would like to make it to the store, and God willing, I see you when I get back from the store. If no, that's it. You understand what I'm saying? I do not. I don't assume that these things are going to come out. I don't assume that I'm going to see the sun tomorrow. I don't assume any of that shit. I don't count my chickens before they hatch. I don't count my chickens until those chickens have had chickens, and those chickens have started to hatch. That's when I count the first batch of eggs, and I go through and I look at the shells, and I'll say, I'll say, oh my Lord, I had 12 eggs, and looks like all 12 of them hatched. They're all empty. I'm assuming they all hatched. Look at that. That's the kind of person, well, that's the kind of person I am. Speaking of person, I had 12 eggs in the refrigerator. And I'm saying person because according to Alabama, those eggs are children, I think. So then, but don't get me in trouble that I'm keeping children in the fridge. I don't want to get in trouble for that. The point is, there was 12 of them, and we paid for them. And I want to make French toast using the children. So I was using the children to make some French toast, at least two of the children. And when I broke open those first two kids for the French toast, and they only had one yolk each. And I made the French toast, and then there were 10 children left in there. Each of those other 10 children was a double yolk child. You know what I'm saying? That's when you crack it open and you look, there's like the little yellow things like this. There were two of them. Each one had two. I have never seen where 10 eggs in a row, 10 children in a row all had double yolks. I was like, how did the absolute odds that would happen? In that case, then I got disappointed that the first two children were single yolks. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, because at first I was fine that I cracked the first two children to make my French toast, and they were just regular children, had little one yolk each, and I was fine with that. I was happy. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say happy. It was expected. It was the kind of thing where you go like, you crack the child and it has one yolk and you go like, okay, you don't think anything of it. That's it. Those two are done. I made my French toast. And when I went to make the French toast the next time, and the next 10 children had double yolk, then I got disappointed about the first two because they weren't double yolk, even though those two, they're gone. That French toast is now part of the septic system. I don't want to be too descriptive about it, but you understand how the body works, right? You put the children in your mouth, you chew them up, and they get digested, and they come out another opening. Okay, not always the same one they went in. They can, and usually that's because you took the children and you made children nog, or maybe some kind of other drink or something, or a stomach virus. But usually they come out one of the other ends, is what I'm saying. Just bear with me. So the eggs, the children, I was retroactively disappointed because at the moment I was happy that they turned out normal. I didn't even mean to go there, and I don't know what happened. I think what happened was Alabama. Lord, how the fuck are they still a state? The state of Alabama should have disqualified them from being a state. They have fucked things up so royally that people are going to be paying the child support because Alabama has decided that something, oh Lord, I can't do this. Can you see this? Okay, good. I can't do this without my stock. All right. Here we go. Now, I have 4 colors. Now, I can use that later. According to Alabama, all right? According to Alabama, see if I can show you this. Something that I got. See that? Can you see that? Good. You're not supposed to be able to see it because that's the whole point. Something that big, actually something smaller than something that big, is a child. Something now, as a matter of fact, in this case, it's a little black child. If I had done this, it'd be like a little Irish child because it's green. See, if I had done this, it'd be a little Native American child because it's red. See, and if I had done this, it'd be a blue child because it's in a freezer, like all the others. So, yeah, that's a child. That's what the blue babies are for. But that's beside the point. I didn't. The thing is that children come in all colors. All right, that's the point. Was that the point? I'm not sure. No, that wasn't the point. But it is a fact. Children come in all colors. But you know what they don't come in? A fucking ice tray. That's where they don't come in. Hell no. But in Alabama, you could have a little child like that. So let's say you're a man. I'm not just going to assume you're a man. Some of you I know are men. So let's say you're a man, not just your name is man. Okay, because they got people whose name is man, like this, like that. Like I had a friend of mine named Michael Mann, and Mike Mann spelled his name like this, and Mike Mann was a man. But Mike Mann's wife, who also spelled her name like this, was not a man. Okay, she was not like this. Okay, now she could be a man if she wanted to. I don't judge. And if Mike wanted a man for a wife, I guess he could have done that. But that wasn't the way he went. He went with a woman, and then the two of them. Check this out. And this is going to blow your fucking mind. Or maybe it won't. The mans had boys and girls. Check that. Ain't that fucking crazy? How a man can have boys and girls. You would not think that would be possible because a man only has the Y chromosome. But sure enough, the mans had boys and girls. That's amazing how sometimes science works. And I didn't mean that was just an extra fact in there. You don't have to pay for that fact. You don't have to pay for that. That's a fact that just popped up right out of this little baby here, right there. So, according to Alabama, if you are a man and you and another woman have a little black spot in the freezer, somewhere in Alabama, that's a child. Now, let's say you have several spots. There we go. We made 9. If you can't see them, that's good, because that's the whole point. Out of sight, out of mind, just like that's the only thing they have in common with a child, a good child. Out of sight, out of mind. Other than that, nothing like a child. If you left these 9 things in the freezer for 9 years, guess what? You won't hear people about it from them. No. But if you put 9 kids off the street, let's say you walked into a school and you grab 9 children and put them in the freezer, you in a whole fuckload of trouble. You're going to be like on Cops or Patrol TV Live, or you could wind up in CPAC. I'm just saying, that's where you could wind up. But the thing is, you can't do what you do to 9 kids out of school, okay? You took 9 9-year-olds and 9 of these things, not the same thing. But according to Alabama, these 9 things are children. So let's say you and some woman have 9 children in IVF. icebox, veritable freezer. I think icebox, individual, well, at any rate, it's a baby place, IVF. Let's say you've got these there, and the two of you break up. All right, the two of you break up. If these are children, she can sue your ass for child support or neglect and abandonment. You know why? Because there's no law in the book that stops them from doing that. You know what that law in the book says? The laws in the book says if those 9 things die, no matter how they die, you as a service provider, or you as an egg provider, or you as a sperm provider, cannot be held liable for their deaths. But it doesn't say, as long as they're children, that you can't be sued for child support, because it's not on the books, okay? And since they're considered children, since they call them children by law, if you don't support your children by law, you're going to wind up in child support court. I think that's what it's called, or family court. But is that a family? Is it a family? Yeah, I had to ask. Is it a family? Fuck no. Don't tell them. They get their feelings hurt. That's but that's what can happen. Because here's the deal. It's not always, and this is why some people used to get on my nerves when they used to say, they can't be racist because there are laws on the books against that. Or they can't be sexist because there's laws on the books about that. It's not about the laws on the books. It's about the people enforcing the laws. That's the secret. See, it's not the laws on the books, it's who's enforcing the laws. So if you got some dickwad who wants to sue you for non-support because your eggs are in the freezer, your children are in the freezer, if you have an attorney who says, I don't see why we can't do it, even if they wind up agreeing with you and saying, you did not abandon those children. I'm sorry. It just breaks my heart to think about it. You didn't abandon those children. You love those children just like they were potential omelets. You love those children. You did not abandon them. Even if the court decides in your favor, you know how much money you may have to put out in attorneys and attorney fees? That's who really is making out. You're not supporting those children. You're supporting those attorneys and those attorneys' children who they probably got through IVF because they can afford it. But you couldn't afford it. That's why the kids are still there. This is like 20. Each one of those little dots that you don't see is like $20,000 to $30,000, I think, a pop. All right. And if you can afford to make the eggs, but you can't afford to put them in the frying pan so they can get warmed up. I'm sorry. It just breaks my heart to think that Alabama is so fucking stupid that they didn't see this coming. They didn't see this coming. I can't believe that. And don't even get me started on the fact that judges refer to the Bible as opposed to the law to support this cockamamie idea. The cockamamie or cockamabull. There's cock in there somewhere, otherwise you wouldn't have one of these little things. Maybe it's cock and veggies. I don't know. I get distracted by things sometimes. It's okay. That's not what I want to talk about today, though. I want to talk about teachers and service. But before I do that, I just want to let the people know about some services that we at the Church of Last Resort are providing to you, members of the church. So this tax season, like we do every year since we've been here at the Mind Dog TV stations and their affiliates, If you bring your taxes into us, we will pray on them for you. Now, we won't pray on them like the TurboTax or the H&R Block. They don't pray like we pray, because when it comes to your taxes, we don't pray around. That's a slogan worth sloganizing. So bring your taxes into the Church of Last Resort. What have you got to lose? Another service that we have available to you, and only to you, our brothers and sisters out there, is that we here at the Church of Last Resort are offering you a new service for those of you who did not give up betting for Lent. All right? Because some people gave up betting for Lent. Some people did not. All right? Like, for example, for those of you who are betting, you may be betting, odds are, those aren't real embryos or children, that those are not little, I didn't create 9 little black children with this marker and abandon them. Nope. Because in my world, I wouldn't have abandoned them. I would have erased them like that. I got all the children I need. That's, sorry, I think I just did abortion on live streaming without a license. If I'm not here next week, somebody will have found a loophole in the law that's going to have me locked up, or at least paying for a lawyer to get out of jail for doing the abortion on live streaming. Bet your sweet ass. So we at the Church of Last Resort, for those of you who have not given up betting for Lent, this is the Bless Your Sweet Bets service. All right. So this is how Bless Your Sweet Bets service works. Let's say you are a betting person, and I'm betting that you're a betting person if you're betting. All right. Let's say this is your bets, because you wrote them down and you gave them to your bookie. Okay. Before you give them to your bookie, you put them in an envelope like this. All right. Because we don't want to see what your bets are, because we are impartial. We don't care what you're betting on. We are impartial. We don't judge. We just bless. That's all we do. So what you're betting on is in this envelope, this special envelope. And now you tell us how much money you are betting. No, that's not it. That's not what that number's for. Damn it. Let me check. I'm sorry. What you telling us on the outside. Oh, I got it. See, let's say your winnings, you're putting on the outside how many times the multiple, that's at the multiple of the times that you want your winnings increased. So on this person, I won't mention Erica's name because it's anonymous. All right. And I didn't look at the bet to see Erica's name. Let's just say I made that name up, and their real name isn't Erica, but they want 3 times what they're actually betting. Whatever they're supposed to win, they want 3 times that. So, yeah, this is how this works. Go ahead. This is their bet. So let's say they are betting on the odds that those children are going to become adults, those 9 children. And let's say they're betting 5 to 3 odds, okay? 5 to 3 odds, all right? That those children are going to grow up to adulthood. I wouldn't have given those odds, but that's okay. And if you know how odds work, for every 5 X's that you put in there, you get 3 odds. Right. For every 5 X's, you get 3 odds in return. So if they bet 5 X's, according to this, they want 3 times their return. So they would get back by, once we bless this, we will bless this 3 times over. Okay, we bless this 3 times over. So now, instead of 5 to 3 odds, they are getting 15 to 9 odds. And see, beautiful. And that's what we'll do for you. Okay, we just tripled. We just tripled the output right there, because you give us a little bit of the proceeds from your winnings, and we increase your odds just like that. That's a service that we provide, and I don't think you can get that any other church in the country. Any other church. You can try. You can walk in there and say, excuse us, the Church of Last Resort is offering to bless our bets to increase our winnings. Do you do the same thing? And they may not let you back in their church. But we, again, we are here for you. We want you to get all that you can get out of this life. And if we can help and keep it legal, and as far as we know, this is legal, as soon as our attorneys get back from vacation, we'll let you know. Because this is something we worked up last night and didn't run it by the attorneys. So, if you get a chance, if you are a betting person, please bring your bets by here and let us bless them for you. Or bring your taxes in and we can pray on them for you. Lord have mercy. Now, I want to talk about teaching, because teaching is, in my mind, the most noble profession, even more noble than being a minister, more noble than being a firefighter, more noble than any other profession is teaching. Now, I know some people aren't big on their teachers, unless they're like, let's say, Roth, that guy from Van Halen, what's his name, Rothschild? Roth? The guy with the long hair who screams, "Woo!" and kicks his legs up real high. And he said, that guy, Roth, I can't remember the rest of his name, because I didn't plan on saying it. Otherwise, I'd looked up to make sure I got it right. But at any rate, the lead singer, he was hot for teacher, and probably maybe the rest of the band too. But setting that aside, if your teacher is not hot, your teacher is still noble. Okay, they are the most precious thing we have in our society, because once you drop off your little frozen embryos into their class, they watch over the, thank you, David Lee Rothschild. Thank you, Lord have mercy. David Lee Rothschild. I knew, thank you, bless you. I knew that there was somebody, Brother Ian, thank you. I knew that there was, how can I not remember David Lee Rothschild? Damn it. I feel like a heathen, like I never learned any of those guitar licks as a youth. So let me go ahead and jump into this one here. Okay, get back in here. So teachers, once you drop off your little frozen embryos, fill them with knowledge that they can use for almost anything. They can use it for good, they use it for bad. It's just knowledge. See, knowledge is impartial. It doesn't care what you do with it. It's the police that care what you do with the knowledge, and the attorneys and the judges and maybe some parents. Not enough parents, but some. Okay, and so without the teachers, we wouldn't have the scientists, the people that make the good things, and there's some of the bad things. The point is, teachers are the foundations. Now, when I was a teenager, I used to volunteer my time as a student teacher. I was a gifted and talented child, and so therefore I got bored easy. And back then, they had to find things to do with children who were too bright for class, but not bright enough to be out on their own away from their parents. So I was a teacher's aide, and I used to work with the deaf children. Now, before you get all bent out of shape, I know that today it's hearing impaired, and who knows, tomorrow it could be sound insufficient. Don't know what tomorrow brings. I'm a minister, not a psychic. We have different rates when we charge. The point is, shut the fuck up and listen. Unless you're inaudible, then I don't know what to do, because most of this is by the seat of my pants. And both my seat and my pants are a little tight. I'm not as young as I used to be, or thin. As I was saying, back in my teens, when education was in black and white, and this is before colored education, this is a long time ago, back in the 70s, I was learning ASL. It's American is a second language, I think. ASL, American Sign Language. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had to use these to figure out what these words mean. So ASL. But at the same time I was learning ASL, I was also learning to play guitar. It was the same time period. And I would be occasionally, I would be talking to or signing to like a group of deaf children. And so I would be, let's say, I thought about this. I did think about this. Should I go back and refresh my memory so that when I signed for you, I'd be signing something real? Or should I just fucking wing it? I decided to research, but I didn't have enough time. So I wound up winging it. So I decided to research. I didn't have enough time. So I'm on plan B. I'm winging it. So if I was signing to a group of deaf children, let's say I was like doing this and this and this and this, and at some point, it would kick in, not the American Sign Language, but the guitar chords. And all of a sudden, I stopped signing real things, and I start signing chords and notes. And before you know it, the kids, they're, instead of agreeing with me, now instead of understanding, now they're bobbing their heads and they're going like, I think that's Black Sabbath. And all of a sudden you get these deaf kids, and instead of learning their lessons, they're singing Black Sabbath songs, So that's how the children sound when they're singing Black Sabbath songs. I apologize. Sorry. Shit. You know something? I know it's wrong. Damn. I know it's wrong. I apologize. You stay right there. Okay? You stay right there. I know what's wrong. I know why I can't shit. There we go. Much better. Why didn't somebody tell me that I didn't have my glasses on? Shit. Now, I'm sorry. See, now with my glasses, I'm not supposed to be talking about teaching. I'm supposed to be talking about service. Put the glasses on, it's totally different words on the page. And it's not funny anymore. Sorry. Now you know the truth. I don't need the glasses, okay? The glasses, okay, this is bizarre. I'm going to tell you about the glasses, okay? I don't need the glasses. I used to need the glasses. Back when I first started being a minister, I did need glasses. And I went in, because I went in for headaches. And I said to the doctor, I said, I have these headaches. And they said, well, let's let you go see an eye doctor. And I went to go see the eye doctor. And he says to me that your vision is getting worse. And it's going to keep getting worse as you get older. And so we're going to give you these glasses. And this is the prescription that you're going to have. And blah, blah, blah. And every year, your eyes going to get a little worse and worse and worse. And you're going to need to get stronger and stronger glasses until eventually you're going to need a seeing eye dog when you drive down the street. You know, you're going to be like in the passenger side, and the dog is going to be in the driver's side driving for you. You're not, your eyes going to be that bad. So I said to the doctor, I said, why is that? And let's say these are muscles, because this is muscles. We're going to call these muscles, okay? We're going to call these shit. All right. Those are muscles, and these are nerves, okay? This here is the lens and the pupil, all right? And I asked the doctor, I said, why are my eyes getting worse? And this is what I asked him. I said, is it because this part, the orb, is it getting, because this is how it works. This is how focusing works. Your eye is like this. This is the lens. And in order for you to focus, the muscles squeeze this. They pull back. There's actually muscles. Okay, I should have made this right. There are also muscles up here, down here, and on the other side. You can't see them because they're on the other side. All right. And so the muscles squeeze and pull, and that's how they adjust the lens, okay, to make things go clearer or blurrier. That's it. That's how it does it. So this is very soft and squishy. And if you've ever popped an eye out and held it in your hand, you're like, oh, that's kind of squishy. All right. That's what it feels like. The eyes are very squishy. So I asked them, did the eyeball part harden so that it's harder for the muscles to focus them, or are my muscles getting weaker and that they just can't pull? They're trying, but they can't do it as hard. You know what I'm saying? They're like, and they're just getting weak. And I asked him, which is it? Are the muscles getting weak, or is the orb getting hard? And he goes, I don't know. They didn't tell us that in optometry school or ophthalmology school or eye doctor school. Now, that's a fucking weird ass question, isn't it? That they didn't tell him that in eye doctor school. But I'm just a layperson, and that's the first question I asked him. So either he's lying and he didn't want to fucking talk to me, or they really didn't care why you need the glasses. They just wanted to sell you the fucking glasses. I'm sorry, these are the glasses that they want to sell you. I guess you need an ear. There you go. That's an ear. So either they didn't care and they just want to sell the glasses, or they told him and he didn't feel like talking to me. So my response to him was, I said to him, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to exercise these muscles over the next few years. And I am going to, and I kept using eye drops, regular refresh eye drops. I kept moistening my eyes. I kept my eyes moist in case they were getting hard. And I kept exercising the muscles. And I did it like several times a day. And if I was spending a lot of time at a computer, I took time out and I exercised my eyes. I would like stretch my eyes and make the muscles, force the muscles up, down, left and right, like that. I did that all the time. Took breaks from the computer and I did that. So When I went to go see my doctor again, he goes, your subscription hasn't changed. Matter of fact, it looks like now, 2 years ago, I go in, 4 years ago, 4 years, shit. A little bit ago, could have been 2 years. I can't remember. No, it was definitely 3 years. 3 years ago, I go in, and because I had to have my eye exam for my new license, and they said, you need to go see the doctor. I go see the doctor, and they tell me that my vision is now 20/20. Okay. And the doctor, at first it wasn't the doctor, it was the lady, because you don't see the doctor. Usually it's just somebody else in a robe. You know, could be anybody. And they go, something, let me get the doctor. And they went and got the doctor. Doctor goes, huh. So he ran all the tests again. And he goes, you don't need your glasses anymore. I said, no, I haven't worn my glasses in 2 years. Maybe 3. I haven't worn my glasses. So he goes, I can't explain it, but your vision is a lot better. You don't need glasses. It's 20/20 now. And I told him everything I just told you. And you know what the doctor said to me? See you in 2 years. See you in 2 years, and we can get you another checkup. It wasn't amazed. He didn't give a shit. It was like saying, basically, he was saying, I didn't get to sell you some more glasses. You motherfucker. All right. But the Reverend, everybody knows the Reverend wears glasses. And so what I did was I got the prescriptions taken out, and these are just clear glass. They don't do shit except for make me the Reverend. That's it. And I apologize for all of that. I just had to let you know. I will repent. But now you know, I don't need the glasses. I can see perfectly fine without them. I just do it for you because you guys won't know I'm the Reverend unless I'm wearing the glasses. I mean, you might think I'm a comedian. If I take the glasses off, you might actually confuse me with like a world famous comedian. And we're not the same person. So I apologize. Damn it. All of that because of Black Sabbath songs and deaf children wanting to sing Black Sabbath songs. That's it. All right. Damn it. Well, that's enough about my eyeballs. I apologize. And I hope I saved you guys I hope you learned something, and you can now get rid of your glasses over the next year or so by the Reverend's get rid of your glasses technique. That's free. You didn't have to pay for that. You know, if I were a true capitalist, what I would have done is I would have made a video, a misleading video, and it would have said, get rid of your glasses overnight, or in a year you can have perfect vision. Although I don't think 20/20 is perfect vision. We'll talk about that later. But I would have created a video, and then that video would have pointed you to my book, and my book would have given you all of this information. Only I would have made you read like 4, maybe 100 pages to get to that last part about exercise and fluids, to get your eyes back in shape. If I were a capitalist. But obviously, I'm a very bad businessman, very bad. I'm a decent minister. I'm a terrible businessman, because if I was a better businessman, I wouldn't be doing this and not have like the sponsors and shit. I'd be like out there making money. So I apologize. I'm a terrible businessman, but I give away information free because I'm trying to help you be a better you. Speaking of which, let's talk about you for a second. Now, when I say you, I don't mean you, because most people cannot point cannot see themselves for who they are. And so they need other people around them as mirrors, okay? So, for example, if I were a crotchety old fart, I may not know I'm a crotchety old fart, but I could like watch two other crotchety old farts down the street and go, look at those two crotchety old farts. And the reason why I know they're crotchety old farts is because game recognizes game. So I'm not talking about you. I'm going to say I when I'm talking about you, so that you don't have to internalize it. You can reflect it. So it's I. I'm saying I, but it's you, but not you. It's I. I understand? Okay. As long as I understand that it's not I, it's me. Okay. So people have a hard time turning inward. All right. Speaking of inward, did you see what Trump said, or hear what Trump said at that black conference down in the BCF about black people? That really fucking pissed me off, okay? Really fucking pissed me off, okay? He's saying, I'm indicted, and look at me. I'm like them other black people. Look at me. I was so fucking pissed off that, here's the deal. When I was a teenager, I lived in a place called Howard County, Maryland, and we had cops that used to fuck with us all the time, okay? I doubt very seriously that Mr. Trump was being pulled over in his own neighborhood just because he was orange. I doubt that very seriously. I doubt very seriously that he was jogging home when he was 16 one time and jogging from the teen center where he used to hang out so that we wouldn't get in trouble. You know, we had a teen center, and that's where we congregated, and we played pool, and we I used to box. I was a boxer, and music and lessons, and we read books and poetry and shit like that at the teen center. Authors would come in and talk to us. And at 9 o'clock, the teen center closed, and I was running home. I only lived like less than a quarter mile from the teen center, and I'm running home, and these two big white guys start chasing me, and I see them being chased, and I have to run across this huge field to get to my house. I don't know why they're chasing me. They haven't identified themselves. I don't want to run home because I don't want them to see where I live, so I hide in the shadows, okay? And when they pass me, I come out of the shadows and I say, put your hands up real slow and nobody gets hurt. I don't know what the fuck made me say that. I was 16 years old. I must have seen it on television. They asked me if I had raped a woman. And I was like, what? Fuck no. But you know what I did? I didn't delay. I said, let's get this shit sorted out right now. Even though I was a young black teenager in a racist as fuck town, I said, let's go in without delay and clear my name. That's what I did, okay? This motherfucker, instead of saying, I want to clear my name, has delayed every fucking opportunity he gets and wants people to vote for him on what? His word that he didn't commit a crime? No. Motherfucker, stop delaying and let's go to trial. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that, but I got pissed off a little bit there. So, but my time is up. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you learned anything or enjoyed yourself, share this with your peoples, your friends, and tell people to check out the thing that I do, the YouTube channel. That's it, Dr. Reverend Jelly Rolle, and like and subscribe if you please. I appreciate it. And on behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Rolle family, my wife Amona Rolle, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie Rolle, and our dog Stop Dropping Rolle, I wish you safe travels And I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Orthodox Time on Mind Dog TV and everywhere that our word is heard. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Now, this is the part where me not having a stamp is kind of tricky because I'm going to talk to you, even though I don't want to talk to you anymore. I just want to say goodbye. So let's do, all I want to do is find the outgoing music, and we'll do this. Thank you.
Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.